With the sad recent Bollywood incident which happened over the weekend, it hit differently. A successful actor having fame, money, everything a person of my age would dream of. This probably shows that there is more to life than all this. Jim Carrey had once nicely said, "I think everybody should get rich and famous and do everything they ever dreamed of so they can see that it's not the answer." This is coming from another successful actor who has lived it through. If the things we think we dream about or become are not the answer, then what is? There are a lot of question marks. Reminds me of the Steve Jobs Stanford commencement speech. If you live each day as if it were your last, someday you will most certainly be right. Okay, so the book which we are reviewing today is Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. David Goggins is a Navy SEAL. The amount of struggle he has gone through his entire life from childhood until becoming adult and overcoming each and every struggle is unbelievable. He became a Navy SEAL, went through 3 weeks of what is known as Hell Week. He also became an ultra runner by running 135 miles in just 22 hours in the peak of summer. And he also broke the record of doing pull-ups, 4,030 of those in just 17 hours. And he did all of this while he had a hole in his heart. If one name that comes to my mind when I hear the word grit, it's David Goggins. So how did he achieve all this? The first thing is, he says, callous your mind. When he was doing pull-ups, his palms developed calluses over time, which hardened his skin and eventually blunted his pain. The same principle applies to the mind. When you create mental friction by going against your mind's constant need for comfort and thrust yourself against mental and physical discomfort, your mind develops callous over fear of discomfort. So how do you develop calloused mind? Crave for discomfort. Seek out painful but rewarding discomforts. This will help you to master your fear of discomfort. In his 20s, his fear of pain led to him gaining 290 pounds. He felt ashamed of himself while he was looking at the mirror. Then he applied for Navy SEAL and he had to lose 100 pounds over a span of just 3 weeks. Everyone told him it's impossible. But guess what? He achieved it. So what is the secret of pain? Well, when you fear the experience of pain, run away from it, it grows. But when you face it head on, it shrinks. What if the pain becomes unbearable? So whenever you take any project or you do exercise, somewhere in the middle, your mind will tell you, I'm exhausted. David Goggins says, remember the 40% rule. What does that mean? When your mind tells you the first time you are done, you are only 40% done. You still have 60% reserves left. It is your overprotective brain asking you to stop. The first sign of exhaustion is usually a false one. So then, how do you tap on your 60% of the reserve? The advice he gives is take a cookie from your mental cookie jar. There was a time when he was running 100 miles. He had to run the 100 miles in just 24 hours. At the 70-mile mark, he was completely exhausted, by which I mean his kidneys started to fail. He broke almost all bones in the foot and all of his toenails came out. He tapped into the mental cookie jar and remembered the times when he studied 3 times hard to overcome a learning disability to enter college. He remembered the time when he lost 100 pounds to enter Navy SEAL. He remembered the time of Hell Week in the Navy SEAL training and how he overcame it. So the trick, he said, was I tapped into the emotional state I felt during those victories. There's a lot of learning and real experiences in this book which is worth reading. See you next week.